for me, that was my major transition, because once I learned that sales is a process and a formula, it all kind of fell into place. And that the same company that I was at originally that I sucked at, I ended up working my way up to be general manager of.
There you go.
So I did that, ended up being pretty good at sales, and then in 2014 I broke away and with my now business partner Jack Corbett, and we started ISR training.
That's sensational, mate. So your back was sort of up against the ropes, and you had to start throwing some punches, basically.
Literally, I don't tell too many people this, but I had $2 to my name at one stage. So I was living on my mate's bathroom floor on a Lilo, just on Surf Parade down there in Broadbeach. Literally on a Lilo. One night it burst on me, and in the middle of the night, and I'm just in a pitch black room, and I literally
you've been like, what's going on?
But if you'd have seen me on Facebook, you'd think I was living the dream.
I want to thank you guys for jumping on and spending time with us today, and we'll see you next time. See ya.
Cheers.
So did you get a bit out of today?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot of things and how they started out, and I thought it was quite interesting.
Yeah.
How about you? Did you learn anything?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I've found pretty interesting and something that I've been discovering, or not so much discovering, but I've been exposed to in the last month or so whilst I've been doing these videos, is just everyone's really got a story. You know, everyone's got something of value or something interesting to share, you know, with the world. And what we do is a little bit more from a business perspective, but it's all relative. I mean, the stories that people have. It was great to hear Ryan share about, you know, his back was really up against the wall. Like, I used the analogy when we were in the interview, like it's like being a boxer up on the ropes. Like, you don't have a choice, you just got to throw punches. You know, he was saying how he was living in his mate's bathroom, Lilo, and it broke, and you know, he had $2 to his name and things like that, and you know, the only other option was like go back to England, and which he didn't want to do. He didn't want that life, but it could have been very easy, I guess, for him at that point to just choose that and go back. Well, maybe it wouldn't have been easy, but it would have been maybe a simpler decision for him to make. But yeah, he dug his heels in, and he's a credit to himself. So it was really cool to have him share his story, and it's just great to also. It's cool to actually go and visit someone's business. Like, I know a few of these that we've done, we've gone to cafes and whatnot and just tried to bring them to us, which is cool too. It's good to get a few of those videos out in the one day, but it's pretty inspiring too, like going to someone's business and seeing exactly what they've built. Again, it tells a story, you know, like he's explaining how he's got the two offices side by side that he can do both of the businesses out of, and yeah, I really sort of admire, I really do admire the fact that he can juggle several businesses at once, with the hair and beauty salon that his wife runs, and meeting her again also today at the seminar just afterwards is just it's just really cool being around people that have done some really big things and are continuing to strive even further. So I definitely got a lot out of today with some of the things that Ryan was saying. One of the things that really resonated with me is how he spoke about I guess bosses and employers and whatever, and how creating that culture within a business. And you know, to be frank, I've been involved with companies that the culture's just fucking shit. Like, I can't really put it any other way. I've over the course of my time, I've had a few really good bosses. I'm not gonna lie that I've had some real fucking shit ones too. And it's just refreshing that the methods that he's teaching and what he's putting across is that there's a better way, you know. And I know that personally, when someone talks down to me, when someone tries to belittle me, when someone tries to hang something over my head, they're getting sweet fuck all out of me. And you know, that's just that. But I know that you don't have to be coddled. You don't have to be get any sort of special treatment. But just the rather than having this condescending, you know, looking down on you sort of mentality, making sure that everyone's equal and treated fairly. I think that's a much better way to go about things, and it's just great. I think that there's, you know, maybe the tide's turning with that. I feel maybe that, you know, you're probably the same. If someone wants to, you know, put it this way, if someone tries to nurture you, or someone tries to bring you some value within a business or a organisation or whatever, you're gonna want to be there, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
And it's probably going to bring out your best work. Like one of the cool points that he brought up was about not necessarily having like start and finishing times. And I thought that was great. Like we were actually talking about this on the way down, about like just even little things like going to get your car serviced, and you're like, oh, but I got to do business hours, and you know, even little things like that. You can, you know, the fact that you're like, oh look, if I have something on in the morning, I can deal with that, and you know, if I've got something on the afternoon, and you know, you just hit your goals, you do what you got to do, and everyone's happy.
Well,
and
like how he was saying about tasks and stuff, and he's got 6 tasks he has to do before a certain time.
Yeah, and that was interesting too. So like, just touching on what I was saying then, I think that environment where you kind of not free to come and go as you please, but you have some flexibility. Won't work in all businesses, but where it can be implemented, I think you'll find that most staff will be inclined to put in the extra effort, because they're like, okay, you know, they do pretty well by me, I'm going to roll up the sleeves and whatnot. And yeah, interesting to know some of the ways that he goes about his work. I think he said that he thinks he has a little bit of a case of OCD, which you know, it could be, even just being a little bit that way might be able to help him, because if you're organised, it's going to help you a lot. And it was great what he said about getting the staff last 5 minutes before they go. They send him an email, and then he reads them before he goes to bed at night, and like writes a list, and he's like, okay, these are the things I've got to do. So I think that was interesting, because that I feel would stop things from festering in a business. Like I've been you know, employed in businesses where things go on and they go on, they fester and they fester, because there's no chance or ability to bring something up as it happens. And if you do bring something off, like you're just a whinger or something, when you're just like, you're trying to say, hey, this is something's wrong at the moment, here's a way that I, you know, think we might be able to fix it. But yeah, it was just his overall approach was quite refreshing to see how he goes about things, and yeah, he brought a lot of value to me, and I think that in the episode he'll bring a lot of value to everyone else.